Hey everybody, I'm Amy from BodyFit by Amy, and this is your no equipment strength HIIT workout. This is a body weight only workout for strength and cardio, where we will start with some back to basic strength. Then we will have a round two where I give you some options to add a little higher intensity intervals. Of course, I will give you lots of different options to work to your fitness level. So do what is best for you and be where you are today. Are you ready? Let's do it. Go ahead and just start moving. We're gonna get a quick warm up. We're gonna keep it pretty short. So just start moving your body, roll through those shoulders. As I said, no equipment needed for this workout, so just make sure you have some space and make sure that you have some water. So we have 3 quick circuits. Everything is 40 seconds of work followed by 20 seconds of rest. So in your first round, in those 20 seconds, I'll be explaining your next move, and round 2, we'll add a little intensity. So I will give you options. You do not have to take the higher intensity option. It does not always mean higher impact. Occasionally it will, but we're gonna have some ways to really get the heart rate up without having to jump or run or add extra moves. We may just have a variation. What's gonna be fun about this workout is we have an all standing lower body with a little bit of core for our first round. Let's go up, eyes, little hinge, Y and T. Second round is all on the mat. That's where we get upper body and core. Third round, we have a little combination of both, all right? So big lower body push in the beginning. Get a burn through those legs, through those glutes. Big upper and core push in the middle. And then we get it all in for a little finisher round right through there. One more hinge. And up and out. Let's do a little inchworm out if that feels good for you. You're gonna inchworm it, walk it to here, and then walk it back. Bring it all the way up. Let's just get a couple like that at your own pace. Take your time if you need to. You can drop to those knees just to get the core working and then roll it back. Or you can just stay high and get that hinge right here. And let's get one more. Hold it here if you can, either knees or toes, a little forward and back. Let's take those knees across. If you're on your knees, just get a little movement through the hips. And then we're gonna take one big step up to one side. So big step here, world's greatest stretch, big reach up. And we're gonna take singles of this actually. So we're gonna step it back, here, reach. If you wanna keep that knee down, you can. If you wanna keep it up in the plank, that works too. At your own pace. Finishing out right through here so we get some core working, we get hip openers, we get that back stretched out and ready to go. And then we're jumping up, we're getting into it. And breathe. So walk both feet in, slowly round it up, take your time. Here we go, tap out and reach. All right, so a little bit of cardio as we get into it. So we are going 40 seconds of work followed by 20 seconds of rest. First thing, we're gonna start with a little hinge and a knee. So it's gonna be a version of a deadlift, but we have no weight. So I'm gonna give you the option to take a kickstand or to get one leg, a single leg deadlift. It is a little bit of balance. So of course, work to your level. If your balance doesn't feel good on this move, then I want you to take it to just the kickstand. All right, so watch me here. We're gonna take it just to a hinge. So you're either just doing a kickstand hinge or kickstand deadlift. It's a hinge, drive the hips back, or you're here and tap it in. Here we go, 40 seconds on each side. So 1 foot down, drive up through the heel. Either way, you're driving those hips back, right? Hips go back, it's not a squat or a lunge, soft bend in the knees. Bring it up. Again, if you need to, you can have a little balance or you can have a chair or a bench in front of you. Feel that stretch in the back of the leg, right? Also balance for core. So we want some of that balance, but we want a good, breathe, burn in the back of our legs. You got 5 seconds, keep that core zipped and engaged. 3, 2, 1, little stretch back. Not so bad, right? Almost feels like an extension of the warm up. Let's get the same thing other side. So kickstand, feel that, even with no weight, right? Core wrapped, shoulders back. You can either do that kickstand, push out of that front heel, or single leg, 40 seconds, here we go. Down and up. Down and up, right here. Drive it up and in. Keeping those shoulders pulled back. What do I mean by that? Not rounding, right? Not here. That's gonna throw your balance. That's gonna disengage your core. So everything's pulled in. And whether or not you're single leg or kickstand, slight bend in both knees, drive the hips to the back. And breathe. Right here. Yes, team. 3, 2, 1. Stretch it back. All right, we're gonna keep that lower body working. Let's take it to a plie squat. So we're just gonna drop it down, bring it up. I wanna get a little mobility through my arms, so I may do a little bit of here to here. You can keep your hands here, whatever you need to do, toes out, wrap that core. Here we go. So you can just keep it right here. If you wanna add a little reach and squeeze, this is your back to basics round. So this is where I really want you to focus on core engagement, squeezing up through the inner thighs and the core. They're all connected. But if you want to get those arms moving, that may even help you get a little bit lower, right? Take it down. 10 seconds. Breathe. Driving it up. 3, 2, last one. Yes, team. All right, so last move of the circuit, then we do it all again with a little HIIT. We're gonna do a little side step squat. So we're gonna step out for 2 and step back for 2. I do want you to get low in the squat. If you need to modify your range of motion, that's okay too. Here we go, 40 seconds. Out and up, out and up. So think of it as a side step, but we're squatting, right? Take it down. So you should already feel that heart rate getting up. I know I do. Because these big muscles, and by big I mean bigger in the span of your body, bigger compared to our upper body, those core muscles, they require so much energy to work them, to maintain them. That is why it's so important to get that lower body work, right? It's gonna help us get more of that metabolic burn, metabolic training, and relax. All right, team, so we're gonna add a little bit extra. You can keep it back to basics with what we just did, but if you want, we're gonna go 3, 2, 1 with our knees, and then hinge. 3, 2, 1, and then hinge, or just your hinge. Here we go, drive that knee up. You can tap it in, you can drive it up, and then get set. Take it down right here. Push into that heel either way. Get set. So it does take a little second in between to get set. Yes. Drive it up. Power up. Power up. And hinge. Whew. It's kind of like going through one speed and then slow it down. I know. Whew, 10 seconds. Burn, burn, burn. I'm feeling it. 3, 2, 1, and hinge. Little stretch. Same thing other side, so totally optional. If you wanna just keep the kickstand hinge or the single leg, you can. Drive it up strong, either tap it in, knees stay slightly bent, use that core, pump those arms, that's where the HIIT is gonna come in. Here we go. So notice we're adding HIIT not by jumping, not by running, not really by increasing our speed of the original movement, but by adding something a little extra right through here. Breathe, breathe, yes, and down. Drive it up. Little runners or sprinters lunge, right? Where you don't actually have to get in the lunge. And here, boom. Hup, hup. Last one. And breathe. Woo, stretch that out. There's that heart rate, right? All right. Can we add to that plie squat? Yes, we can. Punch, 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 punch. We're just gonna keep those punches. If you're not a puncher, just reach, but going down for 2, up for 2 at your own pace. If you wanna keep just the plie, keep just the plie. Here we go. You know I like to add sound effects to my kickboxing. So if that feels too fast, you can go 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or slow down your punches. Up to you. Halfway there. Maybe I like that 4s. You do you, it's your workout. Be where you are today. Maybe that's 2 punches, maybe that's 3, maybe that's 4, but we're getting core, we're getting upper, we're getting a little extra cardio without adding any jumping. 3, 2, 1, and breathe. All right, team, so you can probably guess what this one's gonna be. Since we did a side step with the squat, little shuffle in between, but we're not losing the squat. If that's not right for you, you just keep the double step with or without the squat. Here we go. And breathe. Shuffle, shuffle. Stay low. Again, what it's not is just a shuffle. We're still getting low. Shuffle. So adding a little bit of higher impact, but not much, right? It's not like we're getting a full squat jump. We're just keeping those legs down. Woo, burn, right? Ha! 10 seconds. Drop those hips low. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Catch your breath, team. Grab a quick sip. Woo! That first round, I thought, oh, is this gonna be challenging? Then we got to that HIIT round, and it was. All right, team, so we are taking it down to the mat. Use this time to catch your breath and meet me down. So we've got some upper body on the mat. If you need to elevate it up on a bench, up on a chair, that works too. I'm gonna give you modifications if you're in that prenatal or early post crowd. You can also take things on the wall. But join me down here. We're gonna start with just your traditional plank press. You know I love it. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Looking like this, either from the toes, nice and strong, or from the knees here, or knees here, or again, it can be elevated. So join me here, let's wrap that core. Let's get ready. Coming up, here we go, 40 seconds. Down, down, and up, up. I want you to take it nice and slow, and I want you to think about that core. Is it zipped up? Is it engaged? Are you feeling loosey-goosey? Really zip it up, lock out those legs, squeeze those glutes, but make sure you're breathing. So as we push with all those strong upper body muscles, our core is supporting us the entire time, right? And again, not loosen the legs, tighten them out. If you start to feel like you're shifting back, bring those shoulders forward. 10 seconds. This is kind of HIIT in itself, right? 3, 2, 1, stretch it back. Ah. All right, team, so over on your back. I want you to watch me here. It's a little bit tricky, but we're gonna get some core. If you need to modify, if you're in my pre or post crowd, I want you to do a bridge, otherwise it's a crunch. But here's what we got, elbows are tight in. We're gonna go over our head, squeeze, and crunch. And crunch. So what I want you to think about is pushing against each other, hands and elbows, so we really activate those triceps, and then we get that core. Again, if you're modifying, keep them here to a bridge, and if you can, add the crunch. Here we go, squeeze tight, everything in. Drop those toes, squeeze tight, everything in. If you start to cramp, just take them out. Squeeze it in, but if you can, keep them in the entire time, especially after that plank press. If you're pushing against each other, you're gonna feel those triceps. A little weird, right? But we feel it. Again, if you need to, take it to the bridge. everything in. So a little tricep crunch, tuck the pelvis. Movement is coming from the center core. Yes, team. 3, 2, 1. Stretch it out. Turn over onto your mat. We're coming into a little swimming. If you're modifying, you're gonna take it to a bird dog or standing. But if you can, we're gonna go opposite arm, opposite leg. So upper body pull, but we're also getting some core in that low back. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Up and up. You can start slow, and then as you're ready, you can keep your shoulders and your legs off the ground. You can keep that contraction through here, contraction through here. Whew. Think opposite arm, opposite leg, squeezing through. You do not have to get super high. Don't think you have to hyperextend or get a big curve. Obviously, I don't have that either, but opposite lift. Eyes down, so you're not straining your neck, right? Right through here. Keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, stretch it back. All right, team, we're hanging out here. HIIT round for our upper and our core. We're gonna go to that plank press, but if you want, at the bottom, plank jack, at the top, plank jack, or one or the other. That's not right for you. You just keep down, down, up, up, knees or toes. Here we go. Down and jack, up and jack. Left, right, jack, left, right, jack. Remember, you can also just tap it out, bring it up, tap it out, bring it down. Try to alternate your lead arm. If you'd rather just go down, down, up, up, jack, that works too. Or down, or up, up, down, down. Whatever you got, team. We got 10 seconds. Are you sliding back? Bring your shoulders right over those elbows. Let's do it. Down, down, up, up. Whoo, last one. Ha, yes. Breathe, stretch it out. Whoo, there's that high heart rate. All right, team, this time we're gonna get little pulses. So we're gonna bring everything in. 3, 2, 1, drop it back. Keep pushing in, wrap that core, pulse for 3, 3, 2, 1, and release. Keep those hands, palms pushing towards each other. Little prayer triceps, right? Praying that we get through this. If you want, you can add a little hip lift. Watch my hips, little coming off the ground, but you're still keeping the movement in both. As you're lifting, don't forget to keep that push in between elbows and hands. If you can't get the elbows together, just do those hands. Here we go, 10 seconds. Pulse, pulse. Last one. Oh, that core. 3, 2, triceps. Big stretch. So that one was more of a burner, right? Than a HIIT. All right, this time we're gonna get our swimming for 4 or bird dog for 4, and then we're gonna push it up and drop it back down. So it looks like this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Obviously that was fast. Up and down. If you need to come on the knees, you can, or bird dog. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, strong, slowly down. You can take it slower if you need to. You can use those knees right here. If you're bird dog, just one and then the other, and then push up from here. Back, still lengthening, still tightening all down through the back. Keep it going. 4, 3, 2, push up strong, right? Triceps, I know. 4, 3, 2, 1, push it up. Arms and legs in your back. Last one, stretch it back. Oh man, team, that was your short round, right? Up onto your feet, grab a sip of water. Whew. Tap it out, right? So that was a little bit of a burner for upper and core. Let's take it back. We got a little combination of both. All right, team. So starting out, we are gonna go side lunge to curtsy. So I'm gonna give you a couple of options. You can just keep your feet moving, shake out those arms and legs. Side lunge, and then tap it back to curtsy, all right? We're gonna go all on one side. If you need to just do a tap and a little shift, that works too. If you need to do a side squat into a regular lunge, that works too. But we got right side for 40, we got left side for 40. We may just do them back to back, because why not? Then we're going into some things with our upper and core. Wrap up that core, shoulders back, side lunge to curtsy. Here we go. Down, tap it in, curtsy. So you can tap it in, or if it feels better for you, you can just go, make it fluid. But that's a little bit of balance, but I want you to really think about range of motion, get low, get low. If that is in your mobility range. Side and back. Take it here, yes! Weight in the heels on both. So shift to this hip, power up, shift to this hip. We got lots of outer, just like we got inner. And here, yes. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Let's get a quick break. And then we get the other side. We're gonna keep that heart rate up. This is your last round. Here we go. Side lunge into the hip, curtsy lunge. You can also just pick one. If you wanna just do the side lunge, that works too. Or just do a tap and a tap. But shift the weight into the heel, get low. Shift the weight into the hip and the heel. Yes, take it here. Oh, core engaged. I like to kind of use my arms as a guide, but it's up to you. Breathe, 10 seconds. Yes, breathe. One more. Boom. And down. Whoo. All right, team, so now we are taking it to a little half walkout shoulder push-up. What does that look like? All right, watch me. Think of it as walking to like a triangle, then you're here, just lowering the head and walking back. If that does not feel good for you, take it on the wall, or you can take it down to a regular push-up, or you can just inchworm it out. It is up to you. Walk out to that triangle, almost like a down dog, little shoulder push-up, walk it back. Here we go. So hinge, walk here, bend in the elbows, and walk it back. You can reach up if you want, or just come back to here, right? Walk it out, walk it back, walk it out. So notice when you're doing that, it's a small movement, not like your full push-up from the mat, small movement, but you're gonna feel those triceps. We call it a shoulder push-up because it's coming from up top, but you're getting a lot of tris and shoulders and back. Last one, relax. Little tricky, right? If it didn't feel good for you, don't worry about it. We're gonna take it to an elbow plank. So we're coming here, and from here, if you can, we're gonna do a little knee pike. So knee comes in, little lift. If that's not right for you, you're gonna do a bird dog from the elbows or standing knee raise. Are you ready? Join me here, your standing knee raise. Just here to here. Let's take it on your elbows, zip up that core. A few more seconds to get into it, that's okay, we always need that. In 3, 2, 1. Knee comes in, little lift, back to center. Knee comes in, little lift, back to center. So the reason we're staying on those elbows is that we have to engage the core for a little bit of that pike to get up, right? If you try to just bring your knees in, you're gonna run out of space. So think about using your core to pike. There's a string on your belly button, bringing it up as you bring the knee in. If it feels like too much, just bring the hips up. You can just do a regular pike, right? But if you can't, in and out. Yes, team. 3, 2, 1. Relax it back. All right, team. Whew. Let's bring it back up. Here's what we got. We're gonna keep pretty much the same thing, side lunge to curtsy, but you can either add a knee or add a little jump. If you wanna add the jump, you can, but it's totally optional. Just find a way to up the intensity. Here we go. 40 seconds, knee up, or knee and jump. So as you're jumping, notice I'm not jumping super high. It's a grounded jump. It's just enough to power up with the knee and land soft to get that burn in the leg. Totally optional. You can also just bring the knee up or keep it regular. That works too. Whatever you got, team. Down and up. Breathe. Yes. Woo. 3, 2, 1. Relax for just 10. And then we got same thing other side, all right? A little break, but not as much. Let's do it. Here we go. Side knee, side lunge. Drive the knee up. So you can keep it right here, add a knee, or add a jump. Not rushing the movement. I still want you to get low and low, right? Yes, you can. And down. Breathe. There's my balance, I know. Shift the weight, drive it up. Grounded hop. Yes, 3, 2, 1. Burn. All right, team, let's keep everything working. So if you can, you're gonna walk it out. Push up, pop it up. You're gonna pop it back to here. Straighten it up. Push up, pop it up. If that doesn't work for you, just your push up, whoo! Or just your pop up. You decide. You got 40 seconds. Walk it out. Shoulder push up, so you're here. Halfway down, pop it up. Pop it back, straighten it out. Pop it up, eyes up, pop it back. Here, you can do it. If that is not right for you, feel free. Take it to just a push up, or take it to, if this feels better, a regular push up to a pop up here. But if you can, shoulders, low in the legs. I know, I feel it too. Whoo, shoulders and tries. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, team, you know what's coming. Either standing mountain climber, or let's get a climber. We're actually gonna travel it, as in we're gonna move up and back, or regular climber, or standing climber. You do you, this is it. No bonus move. Just wanna see whatever version of climber you've got. If you wanna walk it forward with me, you can. In 3, last 40, 2, 1. Here we go. So climber, maybe you're just running it here, maybe you're tapping it in, maybe you're standing. If you wanna walk with it, to get the upper body, hup, 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 whoo. It's a little tricky, so don't overthink it. You can also just walk those hands out. That's actually more challenging. Walk your hands back. If you wanna try climbing with it, whoo, forward and back. I know, team, hard for me too. 10 seconds, just finish with that strong climber. Wherever you are, for where you are today, keep it moving. We got 4, 3, 2, breathe, stretch it back. Shoulder to shoulder. Yes, team. You can hang out in this child's pose as long as you want. And if you want, take a shoulder under, get a little stretch. Whoo, my heart rate's up on that one. All right, team. This is why I love a good body weight workout, even though I'm always like, oh, I know I gotta put some body weight in. I always forget how challenging it really can be. Roll through your back, hips all the way up to the neck. Really focusing on that lower lumbar spine, right through here where we get a little locked up. Yes, team. And here, and then just kind of roll your hips side to side. Come back onto your feet. So proud of you for showing up today. I hope that you feel proud of yourself. That is something that I want you guys to strive for. I know it's hard. Most of us are way harder on ourselves than we are on anybody else. Most of us really hesitate to feel that feeling of, oh, I did that. I showed up for that. I rocked that. Even if rocking it means you showed up and it was really hard. Even if rocking it means you showed up and that wasn't so challenging. Maybe you wanna add another 10-minute quick hit of mine. Take it across right here, roll the wrist. Even if showing up means you took breaks, you modified, you left some exercises out. It doesn't matter, you're here, you showed up. That is all that matters. So please remember that. Whoo. Little quad stretch if you can. So hand on the wall if you have it, and then either tilt that hip forward, or if you're able to grab it, take it here. Please make sure you check out all the links in the description below. If you haven't already, join us in the BodyFit Athletic Club on the BodyFit by Amy app. Whew. If you need that extra support, that guidance, all of the extras, and to connect with me, tilt your hip forward here. And of course, whoo, catch your breath. Make sure you like this video and you subscribe to the channel, to the YouTube channel. That helps me be able to keep making these workouts for you. Leave me a comment, let me know how you feel. Thank you so much for being here today. Get some more stretching on your own, get that water, and celebrate all the work that you did today. One big deep breath in and out. You did it. That was your no equipment strength HIIT workout. Great job, everybody.